Yo, what up, sports fans? It's Pimp on a Blend Primetime 99 giving you your best bets when it comes to the 2024 Summer Olympics. We got two transgender boxers, Lin Yu Ting and Ayman Khalif. Both of these boxers are heavily favored to win the women's boxing division at the Olympics this year. Why, you ask? They were both born a boy! So they got that natural power, that natural stamina, and when you're born a boy, you have a natural advantage. So if you want to win big, make some money, and be rich this summer, make sure to bet big on both of these fighters, these ladies. Let me tell you something. No bet is a sure thing, but, if you got a pecker, you can probably knock him down even quicker.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we have a wild episode planned for you. We got Kinsey Schofield on to tell us all the latest about the royal family and the drama that they always seem to find themselves in. And we find out if Kate Middleton is actually dying. I hope she's not. Get the latest on her cancer update. But before we get into that, we got to talk about the latest, this cringe campaign called White Dudes For Harris, which, as a white dude, it kind of makes me embarrassed to be white. It makes me want to be a black man, and I've always kind of wanted to be a black man, but never more now than ever. So we're looking at these graphics. This is the call to action to come watch the live stream. And when I tell you they got some C-list actors, they got the C team, not even the A team, not the B team. They got the C team. You got David Hogg over here in the middle, the guy that, just benefits from a school shooting. Paul Scheer, one time a very funny comedian, but now he's just a gap-toothed freak. Who else is on there? Adam Conover, that's the guy in the far left. He's annoying as hell. What is that?
The gay NSYNC member is bottom middle.
Bottom middle. That makes sense. That's his favorite sex position, too. And, who else do we have? Luke Skywalker? Is that Luke over there?
Yep.
And then the guy from Adam Ruins Everything is the top.
Yeah, Adam
right.
Conover, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Who's the guy in between Adam and Paul Scheer in the top?
I think that's the guy who played Smeagol.
No, it's not. Shut up. Who is that guy?
It's not, but it looks like Smeagol a little bit.
And then who's the guy under Paul Scheer? I don't even know any of these people. I know Lance Bass. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. That's the only one. And then who's the bottom far right? Who's that?
I have no idea.
Well, these are the best white guys that we could find that support Kamala Harris. I mean, these guys stink. Do we have any clips of this?
Well, we do, but we want to start with the worst from white women for Kamala. This one lady.
Because this was it. Well,
die.
first, let's just talk about this a little bit of the history before we play the clip. This started off as black women for Harris. Is that correct?
I don't.
I think it was white women for Kamala Harris.
I think it started with the whites.
It was always with the whites.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need to recruit the blacks. They're already on board.
That's not necessarily true. Some of them they love Trump. Trump just got arrested. That vibes with a lot of African Americans, and he just got shot by a shooter. That resonates with an African American audience. So I don't know. I think Donald Trump might be heading high up in the polls when it comes to the African American community. But what do I know?
And Kamala locked up a ton of African Americans in California.
She's at Meghan the Stallion concert right now. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
Love Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, well,
Free Tory Lanez.
Not anymore. Yeah, Free Tory accidentally shot her in the foot. And let's just be real, she doesn't even have a foot. She has a hoof. I don't know why that should be animal cruelty. Maximum penalty, 6 weeks in jail. But life's not fair. Okay, so let's play this clip of the insufferable white lady.
So tonight, I'm going to share some do's and don'ts for getting involved in politics online and navigating the toxicity that comes with it.
Oh my gosh, navigating the toxicity. I know about that. I'm the captain of toxicity.
From the outside, it can come from us too. So first, don't isolate yourself. We can do our best work. What does that mean? These
bitches were talking about COVID 6 feet policy all day long. Now they don't want to isolate anymore.
Smaller when we support each other. But don't make it about yourself.
It gets worse.
As white women, we need to use our privilege to make positive changes. If you find yourself talking over or speaking for BIPOC individuals, or God forbid, correcting them, just take a beat.
Oh my gosh, take a beat.
So do learn from and amplify the voices of those who have been historically marginalized and use the privilege you have in order to push for systemic change. As white people,
what is this
we
bitch
have
smoking,
a lot
Jimmy?
to
What is she
learn
on?
and unlearn. So
Probably a lot of
do
antidepressants.
Check your blind
That's
spots.
probably true.
You are responsible
Check your
for
blind
your algorithm,
spots?
believe it or not.
My favorite phrase, I wasn't in there, but the one she says a lot in her videos is catch a bubble. I don't know what that means, but she said it like in 15 of her videos, and it made me laugh every time.
Well, she says we're responsible for our algorithm. That's not necessarily, I mean, I guess in a way it's kind of true. You get targeted ads, but they can definitely hijack the algorithm. So I don't know. I mean, she needs to smoke weed. If she's not smoking weed, she probably needs to start doing some Delta 9 or something. Okay, now, my favorite guy, I love The Big Lebowski. Watched the movie 500 times. It's a quintessential weed head, fails upwards, but I don't even know if he fails upwards. I guess he just fails. What is it if you stay in the middle and you don't go up or down?
Stagnate.
Fails stagnate. He's a stagnate failure. And it's a great movie, Coen Brothers, historical movie. The dude abides. You got Walter Sobchak. It was like, it's a fucking dog with fucking papers. Legendary clips and a legendary movie, but we have the dude giving us this sad representation of a man that once was really cool. Let's play SOT number 2.
I accepted the invitation. I was brought to the party not so much as being white, and I certainly am, but because I'm a dude, So a friend sent me this email today with your hat on there, and I said, "Oh, I gotta have one of those. I qualify, man. I'm white, I'm a dude, and I'm for Harris." So wonderful to be here. And I dug what you said, Maurice. That's really, terrific. The fact that you're here, you're a black man here with us white guys.
So they got a black dude in there, so they're not even all white.
I had no idea that this whole thing that we're up
they're
to
cheating,
was
like they cheated on the
based
election
on
last
what?
time.
Black women for Harris, right?
Black
And
women
so it
for
kind of
Harris,
morphed,
Jimmy.
Into white dudes for Harris.
So they did hijack this from the black community. So this is theft,
man.
identity
I think,
theft.
The fact
that's
that
cultural
Joe has
appropriation.
passed the baton so beautifully, and Kamala is
Also,
just so
does he not know how
certainly
lighting works?
our
Doesn't he work?
girl,
I
can
know,
see
dude. You'd
her,
think he's
being
directed all
present.
kinds
So
of movies.
excited.
He would
A
know that you're
woman
not supposed to be
president, man.
backlit.
How
You would think
exciting.
that he would know that. And dude, the guy's a multimillionaire. He's on like a Chromebook from 2012. I mean,
You know what's funny is every single one of these videos, that's all I could think of is, why is your camera so shitty? You're a millionaire. You do movies. Go get a good camera.
I know. I mean, just even a basic camera. Like a Logitech basic camera is good. And I'm not saying he has to like add it on and have some streamer setup, but you think he would just have a decent laptop with an HD camera on it. But he's just so disconnected. He doesn't have to have it. So now this next guy is the worst of them all. Josh Gad. He is the what movie is he?
He's
Spaceballs?
the voice of the snowman in Frozen.
He was also in the
Is the
Book of
snowman the villain? I've never seen Frozen. I'm not a homosexual.
No, he's the good guy. No,
He's a good guy in Frozen? You like him in Frozen?
I like the character he plays.
How many times have you seen the movie Frozen,
What's
Jimmy?
your favorite song?
6.
Slow down.
Let It Go.
Everybody knows that song. Let it go. Let it go, boy.
The snowman talks about how he wants to go to the beach, and there's a song about it.
How many times have you watched this movie? You've watched this movie after you had the baby, right? Not before.
No, all before.
Dude, what is this, a gay pride parade episode? What are you doing watching Frozen that much, dude?
Me and the boys watched it in college.
No, you did not.
I swear.
Don't blame this on someone else.
Wait, dude, you're telling me at Princeton, and you did go to school with one of the most famous pedophiles ever. You went to school with, what's his name again?
Trey Farmer.
Trey Farmer,
Yep.
who's one of the most prolific pedophiles ever in Princeton history.
Yeah.
And you would be in a group of dudes, I'm guessing?
It was just movie night, and it was junior year, and Frozen was a popular
Junior
movie.
year, dude. So I was thinking you're at least going to say freshman. You're like 19. So you're telling me you can legally drink, and instead of going to a bar and having fun, you were sitting in your dorm room watching Frozen with a bunch of guys.
You know, when you put it that way, it sounds way more sketch than it was.
Dude, that's really sketch. You're sitting there watching Disney movies, or is it Pixar? What is Frozen? Is it Pixar?
It's Disney.
Disney.
But let's just wrap this in a bow real quick for the audience watching at home. My producer, when I was in college, I was VIP in the club, twerking. We had a little boozy on. We were doing all kinds of, this, that, and another thing. We'd wake up in a random person's apartment, didn't even know how we got there. You, during college, would sit around with a bunch of guys and watch Disney movies.
Well, this was the only Disney movie. But yeah, we did watch Frozen.
Never beating the gay allegations.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the gay conversion therapy obviously there's not a gay conversion therapy strong enough to fix that.
There's going to be some really bad Photoshops on Twitter.
And then let me just keep on talking about this, even though we have a lot to get through. You like the movie. So you didn't just watch it like under duress, like with a girl, like, oh, watch this, cartoon movie for children. Then you're with a babe, you're watching it. You were sitting with a bunch of dudes, and your favorite part was when Josh Gad, the snowman, sang a song about going to the beach because you're from Jacksonville and you like the beach, and now that connects you with Frozen on a level that you probably didn't expect before you started watching. Is that why?
God, I hate that you're completely right. Yes, that's exactly right. Because I love the beach, and I was cold in New Jersey, and I missed my home.
The chat is killing you.
Yeah, what is the chat saying? I'm looking at the chat. We have a lot of people watching.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know what? I might as well go all in, because the worst thing is after I watched on YouTube Idina Menzel's version of Let It Go at the Oscars.
Yikes.
Is that's worse? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
That just makes it worse.
No, I don't know, dude. I think sitting alone in college with a bunch of guys watching Disney movies, I don't think it gets gayer than that. Like Barack Obama writing gay love letters to his girlfriend is probably less gay.
Can we watch the clip though?
Yeah, let's play SOT number 3.
But I also happen to be a father of 2 girls. I have a 10-year-old and
Jimmy's a father of a girl.
And
so you and him both have very
I'm
weak
not sure
semen.
if you guys
no
can
offense.
recall that feeling you had on the night of Tuesday, November 8th, 2016.
I remember that feeling.
I stood over my kid's bed.
Creepy.
And I wept.
That's weird.
I wept because I felt like I let them down. I wept because they had the chance, and we had the chance, to have a female president for the first time in our lives and in the history of this nation. And instead, we put a man in office who not only disdains women, but whose own wife can't look him in the eye, whose own daughters seem to want nothing to associate him, to be associated with him.
Okay, I don't want to fat shame, but dude, Josh Gad, he looks like a human nipple. Like it's just like a little nip and then just on a big breast. I mean, he's so round. And let me just break this down. Even if you do feel that way, crying in front of your children is the least father-like thing you could ever do. I think I've seen my dad cry one time. Maybe one time my dad dropped me off in college, maybe he cried, but I remember the only time I ever saw my dad cry when I was young was when 9/11 happened, literally. And he wasn't like, wah. He was just like looking at the TV like, I don't know what's going to happen. Imagine thinking that Donald Trump winning is worse than 9/11, so bad that it makes you cry. I mean, Jimmy, of course that guy's your favorite actor. And do you cry in front of your daughter like that? Do you ever cry so hard that the tears rain on your daughter like the rain?
Oh, Jimmy has told me he's cried holding his baby.
No, you have not, dude. So you just sit around and cry all day?
No, we started taking her to infant swim lessons, and they basically have to like let her drown.
And you sit there and cry.
I teared up the first time. It was bad.
Jimmy, dude, you got to get on testosterone or something.
Clearly.
No, I mean, have you ever thought of taking testosterone? Because, dude,
we need to get testosterone back.
Dude, you're a biatch, dude. I mean,
I knew it was bad when the instructor started making fun of me.
Yeah, what did
she
the
called me a
instructor
marshmallow because I'm a softie.
You're even getting trolled by the person that teaches children how to swim all day.
I am.
Person making $12 an hour that's responsible for your daughter's life is trolling you.
Yeah, it wasn't a great look. And then my daughter is failing swim lessons because instead of floating, she just tries to eat her toes, which makes her sink.
So your daughter has an F in her swimming class right now?
Yes. She's not very good. She's getting better, but she keeps eating her
And
toes.
you're an athlete, your wife's an athlete, and you're telling me that your daughter can't swim.
She can. She just prefers to eat her toes.
And how many vaccines did you give her when she was born?
Oh, no.
The normal schedule?
Yeah, let's go to the next thought. I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Speaking of 9/11, though.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay,
Hillary
now.
Clinton losing kind of was 9/11 for white women.
No, it's not, dude. 9/11 was an actual snuff film we all watched. I mean, it was terror. We had no idea.
A little tangent, but did you see the new footage that came out?
Yeah, it did look weird how there's like one of the beams on top.
I tried to show it to Jimmy, and he didn't even care.
Yeah, because Jimmy loves
Didn't even get
George
it.
Bush. Jimmy likes George Bush. The guy, Marvin Bush, George Bush's brother, was in charge of security at the towers when they happened to collapse. I mean, Jimmy likes George Bush, so Jimmy doesn't know. He's out of touch with reality. But let's get him back into what he wants to talk about. Lord of the Rings, that's another gay-friendly movie about...
All right, don't be mean to Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
What? Now we're... Okay, now Brandon Ice hit a soft spot with you, so now you like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings rules, dude. It's not Disney.
Dude, it's basically Disney, right? I mean, it's similar to Disney.
Lord of the Rings is an inspirational story, okay?
Okay, I've never even watched an entire video of one of the Lord of the Rings. I just know Schmeagol. I know
there's books too, right?
You know I don't read books. You read the book? You've read the
Read
book
all
too?
the books, dude.
Oh my gosh, and now our sound engineer, Chris, has read the book. What is this, guys? You guys are watching Frozen, Lord of the Rings? Dude, y'all need to watch something. Toss it to me. Wait, what is this? Okay, let's see how good this book is. Let's see how good this is. Chapter 10, Strider. Frodo, Pippin, and Sam made their way back to the parlor. There was no light. Mary was not there, and the fire had burned low. It was not until they had puffed up the embers into a blaze and thrown on a couple of faggots. It says the F word.
Wait, seriously? Oh, it's for like the old school way to say
Yeah,
it.
because it's cool.
Wait, it says that. How did I just turn into a word? Are we going to get censored for saying that? I'm talking about a bundle of sticks. I'm not talking about the slur. Wait, come here, Nate. Grab the handheld. Look at this. I did not say this. This is in this book that I'm reading. Can you see right there, Jimmy?
Oh my gosh.
That's what it says. I don't know if it won't zoom in, but that is that. I did not say that. That was not even. Of course, I turn it to the one page that's going to get us a copyright or get us some.
I don't know, Alex. Chat says I'm right.
Just
Lord of the
bookmark
Rings
that
rules.
page.
What do they say? They're saying Lord of the Rings rules.
Yeah, Morgan agrees with me.
It's not better than Hunger Games. Is it better than Hunger Games? What's better, Hunger Games or?
I mean, in my opinion.
What do you mean they're
Games-
not the same? They're kind of the same, aren't they? One's about.
No, Hunger Games stars a chick.
We kind of like that, Jennifer Lawrence, J-Law, when she. I did see Hunger Games.
Did you like it?
It was okay. I mean, I give it like a 7
Are
point.
you mad there wasn't food?
Is there no food? Is that what the districts were fighting over? Was food? I thought they had food. I thought they were fighting for
Well, they're
like.
hungry. That's why they're fighting.
Oh, is that why they're killing each other? Yeah, I don't. You know, when I watch these movies, I don't really pay attention very much. So, Lord of the Rings, obviously a bigoted book, and this is written by.
J.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
I thought it was written by the Harry Potter transphobe.
J.K. Rowling.
No,
You're
she's cool
sure
too.
this wasn't written by J.K. Rowling? Can you fact check that?
No, that was J.R.R. Tolkien after the horrors of World War I. So he got PTSD and wrote about elves.
Yeah, it says J.R.R. Tolkien. Is he Asian?
No, white fella.
Good for him. All right, now let's play SOT number 5. Check out the latest.
Well, we
Oh no,
never played
choose SOT
SOT
number 4,
4.
the Lord of the Rings ones. Excuse me. Let's play SOT
He was
number.
always coming back to be with his men's
This is
group.
Frodo.
Sam.
Sam.
I
can't
think they
get
had more than
Frodo,
white men in
dude.
that group. So, but the idea that
Why does his
men
webcam
can
suck
gather.
too, dude?
to talk about how we feel, interesting, powerful concept, and to include all. We said in our invitation, everyone is welcome. That's a really interesting phrase. Everyone is welcome.
Who's not welcome on the right side?
You
Who's
might
not-
hear it in other places. I'm pretty sure you can feel that it's true here with this particular political party and this particular candidate.
I mean, how many times does Caitlyn Jenner have to poop at Mar-a-Lago for these people to realize that conservatives are not bigots. They're not racist at all. Like literally, we don't give a damn. We just don't want you to indoctrinate our children with your weird literature that everybody here at The Blaze loves. But I'm going to have to read this. Do they have a Cliff Notes version? If they do, send me that. But that sucks. So that's Sam. So he's not even the main character in this thing.
Well, he's Frodo's Jimmy.
He is?
Yeah.
So does he constantly mess up and cause them to fail their mission? Or do they...
Well, he does constantly mess up, but in the end, he's heroic.
How so?
And he also faces gay allegations.
Oh, okay, then that is Jimmy. All right, well, then we love that. Gay pride. All right, now, shot number 5. Check out this cringe Kamala ad.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start.
If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true, you can look it up.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November.
We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son. Also, mouth stuff is a sin.
What the hell did we just watch?
I don't know.
That's a Kamala Harris ad.
That's not a real ad.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Paid for by who? That's a troll. That's like a Ryan Long, Danny Polishuk video, right?
No, that's a real political action committee.
That's what
They got real pedophiles to be in it, it looks like, allegedly. I mean, that one guy talking about kids and talking about cranking it. I mean, where is that supposed to air? On a television screen in a person's house?
I don't know where they're blasting it on social media right now.
Well, you know what? We have to fight fire with fire. So what we've done here at Primetime with Alex Stein is we've created the newest political action committee supporting Kamala Harris. And this is a political action committee that, I'll be honest, is not very inclusive. It's very exclusive. You have to be a person that is in love with the beauty and essence of children. It's called White Maps for Kamala, and the MAP stands for Minor Attracted Persons. So if you're a minor attracted person and you're going to vote for Kamala this year, we need you to join our email list. And we're going to send you all of the best campaign events, drag queen story times in your town, schools where you can babysit children, carpools, bus driver. You're going to be able to drive kids to the polls. And illegal immigrants, you're going to be able to drive their children to the polls and vote. So if you guys want to support Kamala, we need all the maps to come out of the woodwork and support Kamala this year. And how do they support, Jimmy?
Well, actually, we can just DM our main spokesperson. Can you play? Ava Chris Tyson, first member.
Ava's doing a lot of heavy lifting for the Harris campaign, and that's why we appreciate Ava for all their hard work. Now, the person that made the Illegals for Trump website, are we going to have them? If they made this website, they might go to jail, though, right?
Yeah, I think that domain's taken already.
Yeah, we don't want you to make that website, because if you make a website saying minor attracted people, we could probably all go to jail. But we don't want that to happen, so do not do that. But speaking of trans people, our girl Ava, you saw that, Mr. Beast's ex-co-host, is transgender and is a really, really, really interesting person, to say the least. But they're not the only famous transgender, excuse me, I can't speak. They're not the only famous transgender people in 2024 besides Dylan Mulvaney. Right now, we have 2 boxers that have been cleared to compete in the Olympics as women, despite being disqualified from the World Championships last year, as former athletes claim that gender ideology will get women killed. Now that is right, guys. How do I say this? Iman Khalif.
Yep.
From Algeria.
Mm-hmm.
And Lin Yu Ting from
Taiwan?
Asia.
From an Asian country, we're not sure.
Yep.
We're both born biologically male. And they, we just had that opening video and everybody got mad because I said, if you got a pecker, you can knock her out quicker. And I should have said, if you got a pecker, you're allowed to decker. And I apologize for not getting that right. But there is a silver lining with this. I know a lot of people right now are watching this at home like, I'm so frustrated. My daughter is going to be a young athlete, and I don't want her to have to compete against biological males. Well, shut up, dummy. Because guess what? We can gamble on these transgender athletes and win tons of money. So here at Prime Time with Alex Stein, we're going to give you the latest gambling odds and the best bets in order to maximize your wins on your online gambling. So now we got to go through this. Here's the transgenders, Aman Khalif and Lin Yu Ting. You want to make sure to gamble on them. And we posted a video, and right now DraftKings took it down. I believe like Roobet, a couple of the online gambling websites ever since our viral video from earlier today. It's at like 200,000 views right now. They've made it where you can't bet on those weight classes, but there are a few offshore online sites. And I'm not encouraging you to gamble. Gambling is a risk. Please gamble responsibly. But if you are going to bet, and when it comes to gambling, gamblers are looking for an edge. Everybody knows that, whether it's blackjack, when you're card counting, whether it's, craps, whether it's poker, everybody wants that edge. And when it comes to transgender athletes, we have that edge. It's called their penis. And you want to be able to bet on them having one, because that will ensure that they're usually going to be a little stronger, a little faster, a little meaner, and probably a little more athletic, because there's a reason why women have to tee off in front of men. Their tee spot's a little closer. There's a reason why women's basketball is smaller ball. There's a reason why, because men are more physically dominant than women. So if we let the men compete with the women, we can win money.
Well, and there's also one other transgender athlete, but I'm not sure if they count because...
Talking about Nikki Hiltz.
Nikki Hiltz, so it's a full screen age.
Yeah, so this is Nikki Hiltz. Now, Nikki Hiltz is a biological female that is transitioning to male, but they are...
No, not even transitioning, just self-identified as non-binary.
Well, I read the article. She does want to cut her tits off. She just can't do it until, I guess, after she competes.
She wants to get a mastectomy. Would that bar her from competing?
I feel like that's an advantage if you get a mastectomy as a woman.
Yeah, I know. I think it'd make you run faster.
How much to cut off there?
What we're saying is Nikki Hiltz is not somebody you want to bet on. So remember these names. You do not want to bet on Nikki Hiltz. You have no advantage there. But Lin Yu Ting, huge advantage. Okay? Aman Khalif, huge advantage. Nikki Hiltz, no advantage. So remember that. If you're playing at home, write this down. I know that we all are having trouble with Biden inflation. The price of a home is expensive. Heck, you go to the grocery store, one basket of groceries is nearly $300. Well, guess what? Your groceries are going to be free this month when you bet on Aman Khalif and Lin Yu Ting. And I would parlay those bets together to increase your winning odds. All right, now we're going to do our own little Olympic event right now. We're going to bring on Jimmy, and we're doing this event in honor of Hunter Biden, because Hunter Biden is basically the gold medal champion of the cocaine Olympics. So we thought, let's mix something fun, something silly, and something competitive all in one. Okay, so what you're seeing here, you guys want to explain a little bit, maybe, Brandon? Maybe get to the side. So, you're going to get our face wet?
This is gummy bear fishing. Gummy bear fishing.
Gummy bear fishing.
Well, hold on. Let me just get a little...
Yeah, so what we're going to do is...
of the face.
You gotta wet your face first.
You gotta wet our faces. Okay? Your gummy bears are good. Now, come over here, Nathan, and show the flower, excuse me. It's supposed to symbolize pure Colombian blow, Venezuelan Maduro. Is that his name, Jimmy?
Yes.
You see that they're trying to throw his ass in jail?
Yeah, he's wanted.
Is that bad for Venezuela or is that good for Venezuela?
Depends on how much you like cocaine.
Well, here at the show, we do not like cocaine. We're not Nick Rekieta, all right? We don't have 5 kids doing a bunch of blow. No offense, Nick. So how is this going to work? Are we going to do it at the same time?
So we go in. You have 30 seconds. There are gummy
30
bears.
30 seconds of digging our face in this? That seems like a long
so there
time.
are gummy bears under there. How many did you put under there?
Enough.
And then we're supposed to take them out and spit them out?
No, you're supposed to eat them, and whoever has the fewest gummy bears left at the end wins.
No. We're changing the rules. We should spit them out.
Yeah, most gummy
and then
bears
count, because it's going to be hard. It's going to take forever to dig through
that's
them.
That's a good point. Okay, we'll spit them out, but then we can eat them after.
Okay, so who's going to start the timer?
I will. All right. You're going to have 30 seconds.
And we're going to go at the same time.
Yes.
All right. 3.
Oh,
2,
hands behind back.
1. Go.
Gross.
20 more seconds.
It's so gross.
5, 4.
I can't breathe.
2, 1. All right. Let's get through these. Jimmy, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You. Alex got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got the gold.
We won, bitches! Pimp on a blimp. All right, now that is the grossest challenge you ever did. It tastes like I ate a Popeye's biscuit. No, thank you. That is disgusting.
Yeah, I felt like I was drowning.
Is it not my teeth? How does it look? Do I look like I've been hanging out with Hunter Biden all night?
It's like you and Nick or Kate have a good night.
Yeah, it's in honor of you, Nick. All right. Ugh. Dude, it feels like I have like a roll stuck in my mouth. What's the chat saying? Did the chat like that? Alex W. Of course, people were saying it's rigged. That was not rigged.
Someone just commented proof that Jimmy swallowed the most. I don't get it.
It's because you like watching Frozen, dude. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's do our ad read.
Let me do a little. After that, I need a little pick me up. Oh, a little smelling salts here. Get a little techno going again. Oh! Oh! Woo! That feels good. Oh, I love that. All right, guys. I know you like CastBrew Coffee, and I love it too. Here, play the music. Why not? Keep the music going, guys. Let's party in this ad. Born of a desire for a bold coffee and a need to build companies that support American values, CastBrew Coffee provides an alternative to that faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that actually supports freedom, my players. Try my own personal blend, Alex Stein's Primetime Grind. It's 100% dark roast, organic ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's the strongest coffee known to man. However, you should not, under any circumstances, drink CastBrew Coffee while doing cocaine. Please use cocaine responsibly and not when you're ingesting copious amounts of caffeine. Just visit CastBrew.com. Use promo code PRIMETIME to save 10% off your purchase. That's CastBrew.com. Promo code PRIMETIME. Drink your coffee responsibly. All right, seriously, buy some coffee right now or else we're going to be in big trouble. Tim's not going to like that. Do not show him this ad read with our faces covered in this weird stuff. All right, Jimmy, is our guest ready?
She is.
All right, now we have the pleasure of being with a very smart, classy individual. She's an expert on the British royal family, and she's an expert in a lot of other celebrity issues. Maybe keep scrolling. What's the name of Kinsey's podcast? I've been on it.
Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered.
Oh, Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered. It's a great podcast, and she's going to tell us whether or not the royal family are a bunch of lizards. Please welcome on Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, how are you doing?
I cannot believe that I am talking to Tucker Carlson's biological son. This is the thrill of my life. We're both from Texas. You went to LSU. I used to live in Louisiana, so I know you partied hard if you went to LSU. Mm-hmm. I love you, Alex, even though you're a heathen. I just absolutely love you.
I am a heathen, and I appreciate that, Kinsey. You're too nice. So tell us, you talk about the royal family so much. Is it weird? I guess my first question, is it weird that we're so obsessed with it? Because why is it when Princess Diana dies, it's the biggest deal? Why is it? Why are we obsessed with Kate Middleton? Why do you think Americans love the British royal family so much?
I mean, I think it's interesting because we gave them the boot. They, they're no longer our royal family, but we are kind of fixated on the soap opera that surrounds them. And I mean, there's a lot of dysfunction there that certain people can relate to. Harry not talking to his family. But I also just think that if you're a history buff like I am, I love history. I just like looking at the cycles. You look at Wallace and Edward, the king that abdicated the throne for the American actress that was twice divorced, very similar to Harry and Meghan. And you just kind of see these cycles that come around, and it's fascinating to see how they all link up.
Well, Kinsey, isn't that a crazy thing? Why would you ever abdicate your royalty for a woman? I mean, I'm not trying to say true love doesn't exist, but doesn't that seem like a bad trade-off in your opinion? I mean, you have all of this pomp and circumstance. You're the king or prince of a country, and then you're like Prince Harry. You're basically excommunicated from the family, and, you have to do a podcast on Spotify now. I mean, no offense to my biological father, Tucker Carlson, being the #1 Spotify, overtaking Joe Rogan. But my point is it worth it for these guys to trade their royal status for a wife, in your opinion?
I don't think it's worth it because it comes with, specifically in Prince Harry's case, he's constantly talking about how he's fearful for him and his family's security. And that's something that he willingly gave up when he left the British royal family. The royals said, if you leave, especially if you leave in this way, we're not going to finance the type of security that you're used to. They also said the government likely won't finance it. And now Prince Harry has spent literally millions of dollars of being trampled in court trying to get that security back. So, I mean, from a security standpoint, no. From having a purpose in life, no. I don't think any woman is probably worth giving up your spot in the royal family.
Well, in Meghan Markle, she was a great actress on Suits. She was great at opening the briefcases on A Deal or No Deal. I loved when she opened the briefcase and it had $50,000 in it. I was like, oh my God, look, she had the $50,000 one. That was my favorite episode. But when it comes to Meghan Markle, are some of the allegations, and maybe I'm empathetic to her, because I do feel like a lot of people, threw the race card at her. They didn't like her because she was, not the right color of their skin. Did we lose Kinsey? Oh, no, you're right there. I'm saying, do you think that she's been persecuted because she is African American?
No, I don't think people dislike Meghan Markle because she's black. They dislike Meghan Markle because she's an a-hole. She is a total monster. There are multiple there's an entire file, an investigation on her bullying people that worked within the palace that the palace refuses to release. And whenever Harry and Meghan say they don't get support from the British royal family, I stress that there is an entire investigation based around the way she mistreated and in some cases, emotionally abused Kensington Palace employees that the palace won't release because they just don't want any additional drama. Harry and Meghan, they don't want them to continue to complain to the media about the royal family. So in this case, they're protecting Meghan by not releasing this bully report. But I just don't think she's a nice human being.
No, she's not very nice. And then what was the controversy too with her podcast that she wouldn't even do the interviews, that they would have somebody interview the guests and then she would go back and ask the questions and they would edit in the questions. Is that right? How did that work again?
Well, she would if it was Mariah Carey. First of all, Alex, remember they said that she was going to start this podcast to elevate normal people that were doing incredible things in the world. People that were, creating charities and things like that. Well, we got
everyday good people. I'm just saying, they're going to salt of the earth people is who she's going to promote and give a platform to. But what happened?
We got Mariah Carey talking about the definition of the word diva. We got Paris Hilton and we got Meghan complaining about Austin Powers movies and the stereotypes surrounding Austin Powers movies. So, she would talk to the high profile celebrities that were coming on. But if there were any experts or anybody that was normal that was featured as a talking head, a producer would record that and they'd drop Meghan's audio on top.
Gosh, that is just the lowest form of content ever. I mean, you can't even just sit there and interview somebody. You have to have a person interview and then add over to it. I mean, that's like some sort of artificial intelligence nonsense. I mean, that's not what that is, but it just seems so fake and inorganic. I would imagine her as an actress that had to study acting. She's a thespian, not lesbian. I'm saying thespian. That's what for the people here, they're not smart like you, Kinsey. They might get confused on what I meant. My point is she's done classical training. She obviously considers herself an artist, and that's not very artistic to be able to plagiarize somebody else's interview. But the allegations of her being mean, I think that those are pretty valid because I've heard that as well online. But when it comes to the power with which she holds now, I think her relevancy is kind of fading away, but the reason we want to have you on is there's some scuttlebutt that she's about to endorse Kamala Harris. So have you heard that, or what's the latest with that?
I do believe, and I love that you're using the word scuttlebutt. That is totally precious. It matches your face.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do believe that we might see Meghan Markle endorse Kamala Harris because Meghan Markle ultimately has political aspirations. We heard this well before she married Prince Harry that she would love to be potentially the president of the United States herself. So this is such a convenient in. This is classic Hollywood, classic politics. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. If Meghan goes out on a limb for Kamala Harris and endorses her, then Kamala owes Meghan a favor, and Meghan gets, her official launch into the political sphere. Remember a couple of years ago when she was calling senators, and I believe it was about extended leave for mothers, and she was actually calling people in Washington, D.C. on their office phones and saying, "Hi, this is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex," trying to convince them to vote one way or the other. And the senators were like, "How did you get my number? And why are you using your title?" Like, it was very bizarre. But she is, she campaigned during the 2020 election, trying to get more women to vote. This is something that she's incredibly passionate about, and I think Kamala is a way in. And Kamala's desperate for. I mean, you saw the C-listers that you just ran throughout your show. She needs all of the endorsements she can get.
I don't even think any of those guys, if they're at the airport, TMZ would even interview. I mean, maybe they might ask Paul Scheer, I guess, is semi-recognizable. David Hogg, sadly, he's one of the most popular. Lance Bass, they would ask him, "Hey, what's up?" But he's obviously an iconic. But at the same time, he's iconic for being like the least memorable guy in the boy band that he was in. I mean, I don't even think Lance Bass was the most popular. Was he in NSYNC or which one was he in?
NSYNC.
He's in sync, and if it's the last week of April, I'm definitely throwing a microphone in front of his face and just asking him to say, "It's gonna be me."
It's gonna be. That's a good sound.
No, I am a Backstreet Boys guy, so
wipe your face, Jimmy, please. And you're a Backstreet, so you're Justin Timberlake after he got that DUI. You're still
no. He's in sync too.
Oh, he's in sync. What? I can't. So he was on the same band. So Lance Bass is in the same band as Justin Timberlake.
Yep. Yeah. And Joey Fatone.
I like Joey Fatone.
And Chris Kirkpatrick. And JC Chazet.
Dude, JC Chazet was the man. What is JC Chazet up to?
He's the best.
What is JC Chazet?
Well, he did just do a cat commercial. So he's
cats.
Keeping himself. Do you? He just did a cat commercial, but I do think that they'll reunite inevitably.
Wait, for like Fancy Feast or what? Like, what do you mean cat commercial? I buy Fancy Feast. It's a very good quality cat food that I buy. Was it for Fancy Feast?
I would have to Google it, but he wrote a song. He wrote a jingle for a cat brand, and a cat is dancing with him in the commercial.
Well, I like that commercial. We're going to check that out. But okay, Kinsey, we only have you on for a couple more minutes. Now I got to ask you, because I know you're a professional. We don't want to take it off the rails too much, but we do have to ask you, what's the latest with Prince Andrew and all that drama that he was getting kicked out of the house, but he gets to stay? Can you give us the latest on, and we also want to hear about Kate, but what's the latest with Prince Andrew? Is he still considered in the royal family? Because I heard now he's kind of being brought into more events, or he was riding his horse at an event. So can you give us the latest on Prince Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Prince Andrew has really been shunned publicly. He was technically fired from his position. All of the charities he worked with dismissed him, and the royal family has asked him to step back from official duties. They do include him in family and faith events. So if they're going to church on Christmas, you'll see him. If they're going to gather around for the summer holiday, he's going to receive an invite. But he is not technically invited to some of these big official events. And I think that that's the most appropriate way to go about it. I think it's guilt by association. You are who you associate with, and Jeffrey Epstein was a creep. And then when it comes to Frogmore Cottage, they do want him to move into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's own old home. It's newly renovated, millions of dollars. It's much smaller than Royal Lodge, the home he's in now. He can't afford the upkeep on Royal Lodge. Frogmore Cottage is already within the perimeter that there is security around Windsor Castle, and they're paying extra security for Royal Lodge. It's a logistics issue. He's costing this family a lot of money, and he's not necessarily a glowing member of the family.
Is he held in better regards than Prince Harry and Meghan?
Yeah, in some cases.
No, so you're telling me Prince Andrew, as an alleged child creep, is considered more likable to the royal family than Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Wow, I would have thought that he was below them.
Polling wise, in a lot of places he is, because he kind of shuts up and goes away. And then Harry and Meghan continue to talk. Harry and Meghan continue to complain. And I think it's Harry and Meghan consistently putting themselves in people's faces in a negative way that has, made public opinion of them so poor. And
Prince Andrew was the Queen's favorite. Is that correct? Didn't she say that? Yeah, which is weird. Maybe that's why he was so weird. He's a mama's boy. Maybe he just Arrested Development.
Got away with everything. Exactly.
They called him Randy Andy. It's really just crazy. I mean, listen, I'm obsessed with the royal family too. But at the end of the day, I say this, and Morgan, I said Meghan, excuse me, because I'm thinking Meghan Markle, but Morgan, our top chat rat, she's going to make fun of me right now in the chat, because I say idolizing a celebrity or politician is like thinking the stripper actually likes you. Like, the stripper doesn't like you. And these royal family, all these celebrities, they don't really care about us. So when it comes to the royal family, can you name one thing that they actually do that benefits society? Like, what do they do that's good, that we like, that we can say, that's why the Queen, well, rest in peace, the Queen, but now King Charles, like, what do they do that benefits society, in your opinion, Kinsey?
Well, the one thing that I've been impressed with over the last few months, and probably I should say years, is Homewards UK, that was my dog sneezing. He says hi. Homewards UK is a charity Prince William has put together, where it's a tangible list of executions with the ultimate objective of calming homelessness, of inevitably bringing down the homeless population in the UK. And I'm talking, he's putting people on his property, because they own tons of properties. So they are reinventing some of these old estates they have so that homeless people can move in there. And so he has a tangible initiative. Also, the Earthshot Prize, where they give millions of dollars to people that present them with eco-friendly solutions to climate change and everything that's going on.
Even though they fly private jets all the time and they're doing climate change, they're always flying private. Isn't that a little hypocritical? Or
that's more Prince Harry.
Okay, so they fly JetBlue or whatever, or what's the Ryanair? You're telling me
Prince William does fly commercial with all of his kids.
I like that. Good for him. Okay, now this is the last hard question, and you edited this out when you brought it up on your podcast. This is the last one. I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm of the belief that I hate to say it, Princess Diana was murdered.
Didn't edit this out. I noticed that too. My producers edited it out.
I know, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because you answered it so professionally. But I'm of the opinion that, listen, we're not going to have to get into all of it, because I know I don't want to get you in trouble. You're connected with all these people. But I think they killed Princess Diana. Why is that so crazy for me to think that, Kinsey? Shut me down. Tell me I'm wrong, because they went by like 13 hospitals after the accident. I mean, why am I such a crazy person for thinking that?
You're not a crazy person I don't think that she was murdered. I think that she was acting really irresponsibly. She was trying to make her ex-boyfriend jealous, hasn't it, Khan? So she was running with Dodie, who was snorting the same stuff Hunter Biden was snorting, by the way, like an alleged big, like cokehead. And so she was keeping the roads hot with this guy, Dodie, who was challenging the paparazzi. She wasn't wearing her seatbelt. Their driver was intoxicated. I do believe that that night was a terrible mistake, and it was a lot of irresponsibility on their part. People not considering the consequences of their actions. But you are absolutely correct that they passed multiple hospitals. It shouldn't have taken them, I believe it was 40 minutes to get 4 miles. I mean, it was something wild like that. And there's no question that she was a burden. She was a thorn in the royal family's side, a continuous distraction. And I think that they were unhappy with her behavior. But I have studied it enough to really feel like it was the worst accident in the world. And I was devastated when it happened, but
I was too. My mom was the whole country. People don't realize. I compare it to similar to 9/11. The sadness. Everybody was just so depressed and just remember glued to the TV. It wasn't just the funeral, but everybody would go back and they would show the flowers. They would just constantly show the memorial that everybody did, and it would just. I mean, it was very sad. I was a young person. You're obviously very young, but I just remember it being very traumatic and incredibly dark and sad.
And Princess Kate is doing better. I know you're
She
going
is.
to have to
yeah,
wrap soon, but I just want to say that.
Yeah, because
the Princess of Wales is doing much better. She is going to take the summer off to be with her kids because they're out of school right now. But I do believe once they go back to school, we might start seeing more of her.
Well, does it benefit them really being in the public eye? I mean, that's the last thing I'll really ask you. Like, I guess I know they have to do philanthropy and they have to, put their foot forward, but I guess all the paparazzi, like what Princess Diana went to, you have no privacy. I mean, wouldn't you want to just sit in a castle and get away from it? I think I would want to do that. I think I'm empathetic to not wanting to be in the spotlight. Or do you think it's their obligation and duty to constantly be out there and constantly, be the face of their country?
I mean, you're right. They set those standards. She could have just stayed at home and been, a stay-at-home mom, but she has put herself out there so much. And I do think that a lot of that was Harry and Meghan leaving up out of nowhere. And so then they were down some of those senior members, and then they had to work extra hard to make up for those because they have commitments to charities and they want to make sure they don't let those charities down. But if you ask me if I would like to trade places with Meghan Markle or Kate Middleton, I would tell you hell to the no. I think that that's a spotlight I'd never want to be. That's a scrutiny I'd never want to have to deal with.
Oh, and then last question. Meghan Markle, her family, her brother was on that reality show, this and that. I feel like I've heard less from her family. Have they started to kind of be less vocal? I haven't heard as much from her father and her brother as much lately.
Well, her brother is on YouTube, and there is a crowd fund for her father's 80th birthday that's almost raised $50,000. And this is just another royal author that started this, Lady Colin Campbell, because she felt so bad that Meghan abandoned her daddy. And so people are literally crowdfunding for her father so that he can enjoy his twilight years and he can have his medical taken care of and everything, which is not a great reflection on Meghan and Harry.
No, Meghan needs to help her dad out. Even if she's mad at him, he's 80 years old. The clock is ticking. Well, Kinsey, thank you so much.
Sorry, can I ask a quick question? I have a really serious question.
What is it, Jimmy?
So Prince Harry, he won that ESPY. Seems like he actually does some charity work. He seems like a decent human being. Why did he marry Meghan? Is Meghan just seduce
that's a good question. Yeah, why? Because he could have basically any girl he wanted. Why was Meghan the one he wanted?
Is she like?
I have a very controversial answer. It is my understanding that Meghan studied Princess Diana when she found out she was going to go on a date with Prince Harry.
That's creepy.
That she wore Princess Diana's perfume, her fragrance. And there are pictures of Meghan Markle at doing some charity initiatives in foreign countries where she is wearing the same clothes as Diana and posing as Diana. And you see those. So when he Googled her, those are some of the photos that popped up for him where she's dressed like his mother, doing charity work, posed as his mother. And so I think he married her because he genuinely thinks she's similar to his mother. But I think as an actress, she studied. And we all associate Harry and William walking behind their mother's coffin. I don't care who you are. That's what you immediately associate them with. And so I think that she recognized that vulnerability. And I truly think as an actress, she studied his mother and he tells us all the time, if you watch the Netflix documentary, if you read Spare, he tries to tell us that Meghan is just like Diana so that we will immediately like her because we all love Diana. And I think that she studied Diana to convince him or to manipulate him into believing that she was similar to his mother so that he would fall head over heels in love with her. But she's made his life a miserable experience.
Yeah, he has a weird mommy fetish or something for him to, be attracted to that. But listen, you lose your mother at a young age. Maybe he is kind of longing for her. And you said she's an actress, so she knows how to play the part. So, Kinsey, thank you so much for being an expert in this. I know you crush it. If you guys haven't seen Kinsey, she goes on all the shows. She literally goes on all the big talk shows from Sky News to, you go on CNN and MSNBC, right? You go on every network. I feel like you're on.
No, they don't have this conservative girl.
No, they don't let you. See, I thought I saw you on one of those liberal networks the other day. I could have sworn I thought I saw you on there. I got to go look at your Instagram. Maybe it was an old thing. But listen, Kinsey, you're kicking butt. You're taking names. And you're incredibly smart, incredibly,
Thank you.
I'm just saying you're an expert in this field. And I appreciate you giving us a sneak peek on the royal family, which we probably shouldn't care so much. But sadly, I think we all do because it's our guilty pleasure. So thank you for making time for us this evening, Kinsey. And tell the people, how can they find you and support you before you go?
I'm at tuckercarlsonsbiologicalson.com. Just kidding. I'm at, just find me Kinsey Schofield. I'm on YouTube right there.
All right, guys, everybody go to YouTube. Tell Kinsey that we sent you. Kinsey, I'll talk to you soon. I'm sure I'll see you on Sky News soon. Tell Rita, hey, Kinsey, talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, guys, that was great. Kinsey's an expert. Jimmy, now, we have a couple things we need to react to. That's why we had to go. We only have a few minutes left in the show, but I can't see the SOTs. Will you roll up the...
Here we got SOT 6. This is a baby convention.
Oh, yeah, look how weird this is. And the reason why there's a specific reason why I want to play this video. We are considered the baby abuse show, according to Patriot Takes. And I'll be honest, what we did to that baby doll, I didn't think it was a big deal. But I didn't realize that there's a group of people out there that treat baby dolls like actual babies. So now I feel kind of bad for doing this, Jimmy, after watching this video. So let's play this video and then you can get my instant reaction. So this is at an event at a hotel where it's a baby festival. What does that say on the screen, Jimmy?
We stayed at a hotel that had a baby convention. They were all fake babies.
Yikes.
You know what's really creepy about this? You know what's the really weird part about all this? I mean, we ought to clip this, and it should go viral. But you know why they sell these baby dolls like this on Amazon, Jimmy?
I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know. Because people like to do weird, perverted stuff with them, and that you can actually buy sex dolls that are like this. So I don't know how realistic these baby dolls are. But
you know what? Maybe this is the MAPs for Kamala meetup.
This is what it is. This is the maps for Kamala meetup. So there's weirdos that are walking around carrying fake babies as if they're real babies. That is a weird sexual fetish. Everybody had to do the project in school where you took like a baby home, and it was like home ec, I think was the class we had to do it in. That was not home ec. That was weird as hell. And I do want to apologize to all those people, though, for kicking and punning that fake baby. I know it offended you. But I swear to God, if any of you people are having sex with those baby dolls, I will come to your house, and it will not be pretty. All right, so next thing. SOT number 7, leaving jail. This is one of my favorite clips that I've watched. Let's play it.
Wait for me now, I'm gonna knock your...
Hey.
So this guy just gets out of jail. The reporter goes to interview him.
I didn't touch you. I just want to leave. I've got my property, I just want to leave.
He just wants to leave, then boom, just got out of jail. Has his brown bag with his keys.
Palms together. Why are you guys doing this? I didn't touch him.
Yeah, you did. You just touched his microphone.
I didn't hit him. I didn't touch him. It's on camera. I didn't touch him. No, yeah, and I didn't touch the guy. I didn't touch the guy. He doesn't do it on purpose, man. Yeah, you are.
And with that, the
okay, let's watch it from the beginning again, though, one more time, George. Just look at this. Does he not hit him?
I mean, kind of.
I know. I don't know if he should have gone to jail for this. I really don't. But it seems like seems like the guy's totally out of it. He's at a police station. Like, you gotta be extra calm, dude.
I mean, he just got out of prison. You're gonna be a little angry.
And what's funny is I've been hit way worse when trying to put a microphone in people's faces, and those people, I wouldn't even want to get arrested.
Yeah, just take your viral clip.
Well, that guy, sadly, he got life in prison. I think he was murdered by the Sinaloa cartel in jail. So rest in peace. What was that guy's name, Jimmy?
I have no idea.
I think it was like Gunther Cunningham or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah. And guys, this has been a great show. Tomorrow night, we have a surprise guest. Potentially, we're going to have Charleston White in studio. And you know, when Charleston comes on, the fireworks go crazy. And we also have Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime. And that really pisses me off. And we ought to clip this and show it to Harley. That I not that much older than Jimmy. I'm a little older than Jimmy. Epic Mealtime at one point was like the coolest freaking YouTube channel out there. You had them making the gay candy bacon, making all these kind of huge recipes.
But mostly gay candy bacon.
The gay candy bacon was good. But I'm saying Jimmy and Brandon, they are not even familiar with Epic Mealtime. What is the chat saying? Does the chat know Epic Mealtime? They better. I think my phone just died. All right, yeah, my phone's totally dead.
They just said free Joe Exotic. I love Charleston.
I also took a poll that we should make Jimmy eat Fancy Feast on the show.
Would you do that, Jimmy? Would you eat cat food on the show?
Yeah, he will.
I mean, if the viewers want it.
Let's do it, dude. We're bringing Fancy Feast on. All right, you're going to eat that. And then tonight, I'll be at Hyena's, I won't be hosting. I'll be judging the, what do they call it? They don't call it roast battle.
It's the David Lucas Roast Special.
David Lucas Roast Special. So if you're in Dallas and you're watching this live, head on over to Hyenas and Mockingbird Station right now if you guys want to hang out. And Jimmy,
tell people about the Monday show. Subscribe, blazetv.com.
Yes, guys, everybody go to blazetv.com/primetime and subscribe. Last night we had a crazy after show. I think it went 2 hours. I ended up being live from my bed, and I had some internet issues, but we made it work. My very good friend Cheney was on the show, and then Yoga Poser, who I like, but wouldn't shut the hell up. So the fireworks were flying. And then did we get any super chats? Is that everything for the show?
We had high viewers, but no super chats.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
That's great.
If you guys want to support us, go to blazetv.com/primetime. You're not obligated to chat. You guys gave us over $200 in super chats last night, so we're totally happy with that. Thank you guys for always watching and always supporting, and please consider liking this stream right now. Guys, click the like button, and please click the subscribe button. We need your support so we can stay on the air. I feel like Alex Jones, we need your support to stay on the air, but we really do. So please support us by liking, sharing, clipping, whatever you want to do, share it. We need the views. I love you guys, and we got a great show tomorrow, and we end this show the same way. You know what that is, the freestyle finale. DJ, hit that beat. Flour on my face and I don't like the taste. Gonna spray your ass with some spicy ass mace. I am the pimp and I'm on the blimp. And you know I'm eating shrimp. I don't care what you say. Watching Frozen is super gay. Why would you watch Frozen? That's for little kids. You only watch that if you are a pedophile. Jimmy, what's that smile? Why are you looking like a creep? Trying to get a kid in your Jeep. Jimmy, turn that movie off. Go sleep with an adult, you freak. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I love you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central. Let's go!